Hey guys, Mark here. In this video, I want to go over a new strategy that truthfully feels a little bit illegal to know, but if you apply to your business, it can make you a lot of money. It's currently making me around $13,000 a day. And this is something that I don't see a lot of people talk about within the e-commerce space because everybody typically is kind of following the same structure in terms of how they structure their funnel. And I think there's one page that you can add to your general funnel structure to increase your conversion rate and increase your average order value so that you can have a lot more customers coming through the door and those customers are going to be more valuable. So before I show you what that page is and exactly how it works and even show you examples, I want to show you what most people do and why I don't believe it's the most effective way for you to scale your brand. So what most people do is, they'll build a branded dropshipping store and they have their, Facebook ad, their TikTok ad, wherever they're running ads. And as soon as people get off of the ad, they typically send their traffic just directly to a regular product page or straight to a sales page, whatever it is. Most people are sending it straight to a PDP, right? Which stands for product page. And then after that, they go through like the cart page, then they go to the checkout page, and then finally they go to the thank you page, right? Very, very simple structure here. Now, the reason that this method is inferior is because what we're going to do is we're actually going to add a step right here in between the ad and the sales page or the product page that you're using. And when you make this change, no joke, you can have a pretty significant increase in your conversion rate and your average order value because you're basically selling the product without it actually feel like the customer is being sold to, which I believe that the longer that you can hide the sales process in your funnel, typically the more money that you can make. And so this is like the old way that I don't recommend that you do. And the new way is obviously you're going to have the same ad that people are kind of clicking on, but instead of sending them directly to a sales page and saying, hey, buy my product, I think that comes across as, it's what most people do. And typically, if you do what 99% of people are doing, you'll have what 99% of people have, which is basically nothing. And so I want to do the opposite of what everybody's doing. And I actually send the majority of my traffic right now to what's called a pre-sales page. So this could be something like an advertorial. This could be a listicle. And the whole purpose of this page right here is simply to warm up the traffic and get them in that solution state so that when you actually do show this next step of the funnel, which would be your product page or your sales page, they are significantly more warmed up and ready to buy. They understand how your product actually works and solves the root cause of the problem before you even put an offer in front of their face. So let's just say, for example purposes, like the other steps of the funnel are all the same. They go to the cart page and the checkout page and thank you page, right? This is really what this video is going to be about, how to create one of these pre-sales pages that converts more of your traffic and sells your customers without them feeling like they're being sold to. And the best way for me to explain this is simply just to show you an example. So I have this brand pulled up right here, Pet Lab Co. It's a very large, direct response style brand, but they do advertorials and pre-sale pages so freaking well. Notice how immediately right off the bat, this doesn't look like a typical sales page. And the reason why is because, well, it's not. This is what's called an advertorial page. An advertorial is something that combines an ad with an editorial. So it seems like it's written from the perspective of a news article, when in reality, it's written by the brand themselves. And they're using this to sell their customers and convince them on their product before they actually put an offer in front of the customer's face. And so I want to take some time to dissect this advertorial right here so that you can actually repeat it for yourself. So the most important part of the advertorial always, and this is true of every single landing page that you create for the rest of your life, just nail this into your head. The most important aspect of an advertorial page is the headline. It's about 90% of your success because the headline has one job and one job only, and that's simply to get people to continue reading. Sometimes only changing the headline, which just to be clear, that's this section right here, just split testing the headline can lead to significant increases in your conversion rates of a particular advertorial. So let's actually break down what makes a successful headline in an advertorial. And for me personally, I really look for four things. The first thing that I want to see is that it appeals to somebody's self-interest. This is what we call the what's in it for me. As soon as somebody reads an advertorial, I want them to immediately feel like I'm speaking to them one-to-one. It needs to be something within their self-interest. So in this headline, where is the self-interest? Well, I think that the first place that you see the self-interest is by speaking directly to the owner. So you can see why over 2 million owners, meaning dog owners, have turned to this new probiotic chew for help. So that is where you see the first instance of self-interest. Immediately, if you own a pet, this article is going to resonate with you because you called out the exact person that you're trying to speak to. You can also see another example right down here, US dog owner. So obviously this advertorial is only going to be running specifically in the US. So immediately we have that box checked. They did the self-interest very, very well. The second thing that I'm looking for is basically to appeal to news. And so part of the success of an advertorial is that it's actually looking as if it's a news article, right? And if we go back to the example here, this is also very, very clear because just the way that this headline is written shows you that it's like a news article. Specifically, this sounds like breaking news. Dogs all across America silently cope with poor gut health. Immediately, this feels like it is actually written from the perspective of a news article. And even the second half of this line is so powerful. See why over 2 million owners have turned to this new probiotic chew for help. Another thing that this headline did really well is to use novelty to its advantage. So understand that it said new and it even underlined the word new because humans, we just love things that are new. It's called novelty bias. And simply adding this one word can oftentimes increase your conversion rate because it feels like there's this new piece of information that you don't have access to. And if you think about that from the context of evolution, if there's something that other people know that we don't, we instantly feel almost a little bit insecure that we don't know that piece of information because it could actually harm us and harm our survival. So this brand is using that principle to its advantage to get you to continue reading the article. So additionally, we have news immediately checked off. Now, the third thing that I'm looking for in a successful headline is going to be curiosity. Now, this brand, specifically this headline, they did a phenomenal job piquing curiosity. Now, the curiosity in this particular headline is identified in a few words. Number one is see why over 2 million owners have turned to this new probiotic chew for help. So they didn't mention the exact name of the probiotic chew, but they did mention the product itself. Now, my favorite word in this headline from the context of curiosity is saying this. Just using the word this and not saying what this is gets people to have another reason to continue reading the article. And if you even look at the subheader right below, every 12 seconds, another US dog owner buys these breakthrough gut supporting soft chews. So this is a phenomenal way to channel social proof and urgency to show just how popular this brand is and give people another reason to purchase. You can see how many psychological triggers this one headline is actually pulling. And there's another key word here that isn't really talked about, and that's the word why. Notice it says the word why right here, also says the word why right here. Now, why is a trigger word to specifically talk to people that are acting on a lower emotional state, and therefore the word why triggers them to get them from the problem state to the solution state. And so if you just say see how instead of see why, using the word how is basically now going to tell them how to do it, when in reality, you haven't yet checked the box of telling them why. People need to know why they're doing something before they actually go through and do it. And so for that reason, the use of the word why multiple times also piques a lot of curiosity in this particular headline. So there's another box that we can check and say this headline absolutely did that. And then the fourth and final thing that we're really looking for in the success of a headline is it quick and easy? Now, humans, generally speaking, we are looking for the easiest and the laziest way to get something done as quickly as possible. And so that's what we want to see accomplished in this headline. So let's go back to our example here. Now, I think this particular criteria, this brand did okay. I think they could have done better. I just think that in the context of this particular product, knowing that it's a probiotic chew accomplishes the quick and easy criteria that they're looking for. Because what people don't want to do, like take it in the context of weight loss, for example, the easiest way to lose weight is to move more and to eat less, but nobody wants to do that. As soon as you throw a weight loss pill right in front of somebody and they're like, hey, take this pill and you'll immediately lose all your weight, which offer do you think is going to convert better? The one that says exercise and diet, or the one that says take this pill once a day that takes you 2 seconds? Obviously, it's going to be the latter example. And so this is what you want to accomplish as well. You want to show that your solution is very, very quick to see results and very easy, meaning the perceived effort of actually using the product and getting the outcome that people want is very, very low. If you accomplish all four of these things and you're looking at the headlines that you're writing, just know that that means that you wrote a fantastic headline. So I wanted to spend a lot of time specifically on that because that's the most important aspect of your advertorial in general. If you don't get people to continue reading, everything else below doesn't even matter. Your first goal always is to get this above the fold section to get people to number one, stop, to get their attention, and number two, continue reading the article. If you use these four criteria here that I outlined, you'll be on a very, very good start to accomplishing that. Now, the next section on this particular advertorial, if we scroll down, is now getting people to understand the real root cause of the problem. What is it that is actually taking the dog's gut health and putting it in very poor condition. And what this is called is the unique mechanism of the problem. The way to think about the unique mechanism of the problem is simply, what is the root cause of the problem that is causing your dog to have a terrible life and have poor gut health? Well, that is accomplished right here. Specifically, I would say that the unique mechanism of the problem is imbalanced gut. Now, they didn't put it in quotes, but this is a unique mechanism because if they don't understand first that the reason that their dog isn't feeling well is because of their gut and the fact that they have an imbalanced gut, they'll never be able to position their product as the ultimate solution to that specific problem. And so this little section right here is basically what we call, the problem section. And so we want people to really understand what the root cause of the problem is, so that when we go on to the next little section of this page, that they're in the perfect state to actually have the product and see the solution to the problem that they have. As a side note, another thing I just love about this brand is that the whole gut microbiome thing is so freaking popular in humans. It has just exploded in popularity over the past 1 to 2 decades. And I haven't seen a lot of people translate that into pets. So I love that they're using a proven angle and just translating it across verticals from humans to dogs. I think that the more variables that you can throw out of the equation and use proven angles, the better off you're going to be. Now, the next section here is taking the pain that we had previously, that imbalanced gut, and making it real, making it tangible, making people really feel the problems that are created as a result of poor gut health. So we can see this immediately. If you see occasional itching, paw licking, head shaking, grass eating, paws that smell, gas, like basically all of these are true for most dogs. And I know that they're doing that intentionally, because if you ever see your dog like itching itself, obviously that's normal, but they use that as a marketing angle to basically qualify everybody. This is the old copywriting principle that I believe originated from Gary Halbert. It's called the if-then clause. So if your dog struggles with X, Y, and Z, then you'll be a perfect fit for this product. When in reality, the if-then statement includes literally everybody. In this case, it includes literally every dog basically to exist ever. But they did a phenomenal job really making this problem feel real in the eyes of the dog owner. And now the next section of this page is where you're actually introducing the product. So you got them in the perfect solution state. You really built up the root cause of the problem. And now they understand that the problem is real and it's something that they need to solve right now. So now the product is finally introduced, and it's introduced with social proof and credibility. Specifically, America's best-selling probiotic chew for dogs. You can even see the little asterisk right there. I won't go down and scroll and see what that is. Let's just say that people read this, and because nobody reads the bottom of the page anyways. So at this point, the majority of the hard work is done on this advertorial, because you convinced them what the real root cause of the problem is. You made that problem real and tangible. You pressed on the pain, and then you introduce this perfect, quick, and easy solution that can actually solve the problem that their dog has, right? So these guys did a phenomenal job with this particular advertorial here. This next section here is optional on an advertorial. This is very much a product-aware advertorial, because some advertorials, you can literally not mention the product until the very, very end, in which case the call to action would go to the sales page. And then the sales page really gives all the details on the product, does the before and afters, does the competitor comparison. But as you can see here, these guys actually already did the competitor comparison on the advertorial itself. They can see why all the other brands are clearly just inferior to the product that they have. So just because you convince somebody that they have a problem, that the problem is real, and the solution, it doesn't mean that they can't go and buy from a competitor. And so this is another way to just completely squash that objection. And again, they really did an amazing job with this advertorial here. Now, if we keep scrolling, what we see is more credibility, reviewed by vets, specific testimonials and reviews of how amazing this product is. It's one thing to have testimonials and reviews. It's a whole nother thing to have reviews specifically from credibility focused avatars. So like doctors, vets, athlete, whatever the position of credibility is for your particular product, if you can leverage that on your advertorial, it just legitimizes your brand so much more. And next, now we have even more social proof here. 3 million dogs worldwide. You have the Trustpilot. You have just a bunch of images of how amazing this product is. Happy dogs. I think you guys need to understand the reason that people buy products, it's not to get the features. It's not even to get the benefits. It's to get the outcomes. And what they're doing here is perfectly selling the outcomes. The perfect outcome here is to have an amazing relationship with your dog to solve their probiotic issues so that their dog lives a long, healthy, and happy life. So they do a fantastic job appealing to the real outcomes and not specifically focusing on the product, because people don't buy a product for the product. They buy it for what the product can do for them. They buy for the ultimate outcome. And finally, one of my favorite things about this page that is super, super powerful, the whole call to action, it's not to like buy now. It's not to do this, do that. It's literally just to fill out a quiz. And so I love to use quizzes in my funnels. Oftentimes just adding a quiz before they even see the advertorial can increase your conversion rate. And the reason why is because whether you realize it or not, what they're doing here with the quiz is they're getting you to subconsciously buy in to purchasing the product before you even get out your credit card. Making these micro decisions of answering this quiz is a great way for you to get people bought in and make a tiny micro commitment in their mind before they purchase your product. So you can see these guys are just doing a master class with all these psychological triggers that you can use. And the results show this is a very, very successful brand that's running right now. Just this one advertorial or this one domain here is doing, let me get this out of the way, it's doing over 200,000 visits every single month. And that's just from this one subdomain. So this is a highly successful brand and a great one for you to emulate. Obviously, don't steal, but take ideas, take the philosophy and apply them to your products and the brands that you are running. And so if you're wondering, Mark, this looks all great and everything, but I don't actually know how to build those pages. Well, at this point, you know that you need to have the page. You know what the structure really looks like. All is left is just to build one. And so the software that we use typically in our brands to build these pages is a software called Funnelish. Now, I don't have any relationship with Funnelish myself. I just use them because they get the job done and they have full customizability over your funnel. If you want to use something specific that is like a Shopify app, right? You can use something like Gem Pages or Pagefly to create these advertorial pages yourself. And so what I did is I actually put together a massive swipe file of a whole bunch of successful brands that you can look at for advertorial inspiration and also for VSL inspiration. So if you guys want access to this particular swipe file, it's 100% free. Just click the second link in the description and I can give you access to all these successful advertorials right here for free. The final thing I wanted to share with you guys is that I'm actually hosting an event in Dubai specifically for successful e-commerce entrepreneurs. It's called the Elite Mastermind. I own it with my business partner, Alex Fedotov. And we do these very rarely, a few times a year, but we like to get the smartest, most talented, high-level e-commerce entrepreneurs all in one room and basically share ideas and mastermind with each other to create the best event possible. So this year, it's actually in Dubai, February 28th through March 2nd. Now, to be totally clear, this is only for entrepreneurs that are already generating substantial revenue in their brands. As you can see, we're only allowing 200 people to join this event in the first place. And the tickets, just for a general price ticket, is $3,000. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to be in the room with some of the most successful high-level entrepreneurs and join the best e-com mastermind on the freaking planet, just click the third link in the description and you can get access to that and get your ticket today before they run out, because the tickets will sell out very, very quickly. We just launched this event like 1 week ago. So that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want some help scaling your brand and actually installing these advertorial funnels yourself, because let's be honest, number one, they're really difficult to build. Number two, even if you have it built, you still have to understand how to run ads to an advertorial. You have to understand all the various metrics that go into it, like an advertorial click-through rate, where to place the call to action buttons. Like there's all these nuances that I can't just cover in one single video. So if you want to work with me and my team and my partner, Alex Fedotov, just click the first link in the description. You can fill out an application to see if you're a good fit so that we can teach you all this info in significantly more depth. But that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.